Shalom. Call the Lord Yahweh Shai, GMSmaccabeanspiritba. Double honors into the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. Scatter the elect that is scattered around the four corners of the earth, to be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. To the Aquas that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago. I'm literally in the closet. That's why there's an echo. I'm kind of in a workplace, but no one's around. So I just came into this room just to do this because it was heavy on my spirit, So I just wanted to get it done before people start showing up and coming around. But I was listening to a couple of different brothers teach and had it on my spirit to go into Isaiah the 60th chapter. Let's make sure that it was 60, not 61. Yeah, it was 60. So, but before I read, and I'm really hungry, Sparky. I hope they didn't pick up on the camera. But before I read it, I wanted to play a quick clip from the video that a brother was Brother Barack, out of the LA camp, one of the heads there, one of the elders, and it was just it's a video called from GMS Ancient Days, and it was called "We Are Prey." We are prey in America, and we are preyed upon and used in every way imaginable, And well, without any further ado, before I begin to read in Isaiah, I want to play a couple minutes of this video, about 3 minutes of it.
This has been going on for quite some time. Ever since I was a little youth growing up, I remember the Rodney King riot and all the cops got off, and not the Rodney King riot, the beating of Rodney King in the early 90s. How those cops got off and what, came out of that riots, and there's nothing new underneath the sun. So the change of course is happening. The prophets waking back up. We're the ones that's changing the course of what's going on today. But without the prophets waking up, man, we'll still be in this cesspool of hell. So without further ado, I'm going to play this video, get some scriptures on what was ahead.
And that was heavy, what the brother said, because it's true. Now that the truth is going out, vibration in the earth is changing. With the great awakening of the 12, the true people of the Lord have now awakened, fulfilling prophecy, and they're prophesying against Mount Seir. And look at the vibration of the Lord is moving through the earth as a result of it.
All right, listen. Really elect.
Really insulting to me. And after I did that, really insulting to me. And after I did that, I realized, wow, I had no right to do that. That was not professional. It not only was not professional, it was not human. About a week later, another incident occurred, and I used more force than I needed. And after the guy was handcuffed, I grabbed him, I pushed him up against the wall, and I said, don't you dare say that to me, okay? You understand? And I realized this is a disease I'm starting to develop.
The hunt for black people, as he calls it, is part of a racist system that he condemns today. The first thing he denounces is the quota of arrests imposed on U.S. police in many large cities. This race for numbers pushes them to stop black people for no reason.
And that, and I remember that whole thing out in New York, They stop and search, stop and frisk. And the only people that was really getting stopped and frisked that whole time was so-called black people and so-called Puerto Ricans for the most part, Latino communities. And you got to think, now you got to remember, New York is one of the biggest, it is the biggest gathering of population of people on the planet. And it's also versatile, very versatile with life, with all the different races and nationalities. But for some reason, I wonder why, Negroes and Latinos were the ones that were targeted.
Quotas lead to arrests for no reason. Minorities have no one to call if they're wrongly arrested. The white person will call their local political committee man or person. They'll call the parents, perhaps, of a teenager, will call the local politician. Yo, what's going on here? My child was arrested just because he didn't have his license. Why didn't you just tell him to go home and get his license? And things like so the white person has more power. Black people have no connection to the people in power. So you know there's not going to be any blowback on arresting a minority because they don't have any power to complain.
And African Americans are not only unjustly arrested, they are not treated with the same respect as white people are.
If you stop somebody from going through a light, you would say, out of your car. Out of your car. Show me ID. You wouldn't say that. To a white person, you would go up and say, may I see your driver's license, please? And blacks know that. Blacks know when you go, out of your car, now. And then they say, well, what did I do? Oh, what did I do? Don't say that. Don't ask me why I'm stopping you. I said, get out of the car. And that's right there, your first disrespect. And I saw that happening, and blacks know it's happening. They know it's not happening to white people. So automatically they start resenting the police. Just a little thing, verbal commands, let alone the physicality of grabbing somebody and putting them in handcuffs while you check their ID. Unfortunately, when I would tell other officers, well, that's enough, then they would think, hey, what are you? N for the word. What are you, an N lover?
Since he retired, he campaigns openly against the racist behavior of the police.
Now, this is a much older Edomite male retired, but he already shaped and molded all his subordinates and all those other Edomites who went on to do it, and, well, you get the gist of it. All right, and it's outright racist that join the police department. The police department is full of racist individuals, full of people that are individuals that are Klan members and part of different white superiority groups and things of that nature. They're all in the police force. They're all in politics. They're all in the military. There is no getting around this except through the Lord. So let's go to the scriptures. Right? So it's Isaiah 60:1, and it reads, Arise and shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. So like it says in 2 Ezra 16:73, then they will know who my chosen are. People are going to learn. And the Gentiles shall come to the light, and the kings to the brightness of thy rising. So they're all going to learn to follow our ways, and that the light is given unto us and put unto us. All right? They're going to all learn that. Lift up thine eyes round about and see all they gather themselves together. They come to thee. Thy sons shall call from the far, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side. Then thou shalt see the flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. So all the forces of the sea is talking about the people, the Gentiles, the heathen nations. All their wealth and power is going to be given unto us first. Right? The silks, the gold, the spices, the oils, food, the cattle, the best of their virgins, all that is going to be given unto us willfully and gladly, trying to please us. The multitude of the camels shall cover thee, dromedaries of Midian, the Ephah, all from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense. They shall show forth praises of Yahweh. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. Rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. Who's the house of the Lord's glory? Israel. Read Romans, the 9th chapter, verses 1 through 5. Matter of fact, all of the whole chapter of 9th chapter of Romans destroys Christianity. It makes it clear that all the salvation is for the Israelites. That Esau, Edom is hated still, that they're still around. Okay? And they are the wicked, that the Bible said they are. That the earth was given into their hands. Who are these that fly as a cloud and as doves to their windows? The chariots, man. On the way here, I was watching videos about the chariots, reposted videos about the chariots. How people are recording them on their iPhones, these high-tech phones. You can't hide, laugh, and scoff about it anymore. Surely the isle shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from afar, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of Yahweh thy power, and the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in thy wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have mercy on thee. So the Lord, our punishment is up. It's starting to turn unto the heathen. The only people that are going to get that final punishment is the 2/3. Right? This is how close this thing is. 2/3 are going to get punished right along with the other heathens as the Lord returns. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that the men might bring thee the forces of the Gentiles, that their kings might be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So if you decide you don't want to bow down, you're going to get wasted. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. All that despise thee shall bow themselves. Who despise us the most? Esau, Ishmael, Moab, they're all going to bow. Themselves, they shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy for many generations. They shall also suck the milk of the Gentiles, shall suck the breasts of kings, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. So yeah, all, like I said, all the substance, man. All your wealth, your riches, you're gonna have to run all that. This is let me shoot over to Jeremiah 49:23. And it reads, the kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers, and they shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. See, we're not going to be ashamed to wait for him. And y'all going to kiss a lot of our feet. You know, you're going to bow, you heathen nations are going to bow to our feet, man. Like it or not, that's what it is. All right? This is Isaiah 60:15. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that a man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, joy of many generations. Oh, I read that. Let me jump to 17. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will make thy officers peace and thine exactors righteousness. So the Lord is going to increase us beyond measure, beyond you could imagine, man. Our palaces, our servants' palaces are going to make the Taj Mahal look like a dump. All right? Violence shall no more be heard in the land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. Thou shalt call thy wall salvation and thy gates praise. That's also how you know that the people in the land of Israel are not the people of the Lord, and that prophecy has not been fulfilled. And the prophecy that Idumea would appoint the land into their hands, they fulfilled that. Because when Israel goes back home, all nations will be bowing down. There will be no more violence, and there will be no more wars. Thus saith the word. So they're not fulfilling that prophecy. There's more violence in the world and in around that area since they went there than ever before. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for the brightness shall the moon give a light, but the Lord, but Yahweh shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory. The sun shall no more go down, neither thy moon will draw itself, for Yahweh shall be thy everlasting light, and the days of the morning shall be ended, man. So the land of Israel, the city of Zion, is just going to be bright as the sun, man. Imagine you're going to see it from miles and miles away. It's lit up, right? Thy people also shall be righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my plenty, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and that's why we're going to have so many wives, right? Because we're going to, how else is a little one going to become 1,000? A woman can only have one baby per year, right? Matthew, is it Matthew 23 or Matthew 19, I believe? They had a 19th chapter, you know, 100-fold. So that's talking about children and wives, man. So at minimum, the average Israelite is going to have at least 100 wives, man. That's it, man. So we're going to be such a mighty and great nation. All right? I'll read it again, last scripture. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. Yahweh will hasten it at this time. So if we got a problem with that, we got a problem with the Lord. Call the Lord Yahweh by GMSmaccabeanspiritba, by GMSmaccabeanspiritba, Shalom.